Okay, people, part two. I uploaded the first part. My freaking mic wasn't on because I reset my computer and updated it. So shit, we got to get this done for you guys though, even though it's 11:30 at night. So okay, let's go over today's trades. Okay, I ended up taking two trades. First trade I took with the Discord. Second trade I took a little bit after. I shouldn't have taken the second trade. I don't think I should have even traded today, but shoulda, coulda, woulda. I think we saw the setups, but just price action didn't do what we didn't want it to do today. I'm not blaming price action. It's part of trading. There's going to be losses. Again, we're accepting today's losses. I was a little bit aggravated on the second trade after I took it, and I got to learn how to control that better. But again, we still followed our two trade rule. I knew that I shouldn't have probably traded just based off of the first loss, just how price action was looking. Because again, there wasn't a clear bias today. We ended up having equal lows that I really wanted to target, but I was just too focused on them. And we ended up getting faked out in the first entry. And then second trade I took on NASDAQ, trying to target those equal lows on ES and target those hourly and 5-minute lows, as you can see on NASDAQ right there. But again, two losses today. I'm being honest. I'm showing the real truth and real reality of my trading. And again, the second trade I ended up taking probably wasn't the best idea, but it was a setup. It was there. And again, we tested it out. Both trades were de-risked also. We took two trades. Each one was one with one micro E-mini. And as we can see, we'll go to our dashboard real quick for you guys on TradeZella. That we ended up losing 2.34K today. It says 40 trades, but I have 20 accounts. But second trade, we lost $69 per account. And then the first trade, we ended up losing on ES for $47 per account. So let's end up jumping into it. So let's go. All right. So first trade, we'll go on the 5-minute time frame. We could see we had data highs, right? So if we go to news on today, we had 8:30 a.m. news, right? We had good amount of news, okay? A lot of red folder news, and then at 9:45 we had PMI, okay? I waited for 9:45 regardless. So we'll go to replay mode on ES over here, and we'll just go over the trade we ended up taking. So we could see here's 8:30 data highs. We'll mark them out for you guys and girls right now, just so you can understand. In the last video I did. So we could see market open. We come up. We take out those 8:30 data highs. And as you can see, we end up forming a 5-minute S&T off of it, okay? So we come up, we end up forming a 5-minute S&T. NASDAQ forms a high and a higher high, taking out the data highs. ES forms a high and a lower high, okay? We broke structure in the 5-minute time frame. I wanted to see a break of structure to the downside and maybe target these 4-hour London session lows. We didn't end up getting that, but we end up just dumping down, okay? We dump down and we form these hourly equal lows, okay? By 10 a.m., we end up forming this new low. We had hourly equal lows. I was like, holy shit, we could target these again. We could get a good trade off of it. So we end up forming a 15-minute bearish fair value gap. And what do I want to see? I want to see a retracement back up into this 15-minute bearish fair value gap, target those equal lows, hit a nice continuation confluence. Hey, that could play out. Me personally, I think that could be a good setup, okay? So I decided to scale down to the 1-minute time frame as soon as we entered this 15-minute fair value gap, okay? So we could see that's the trade I ended up taking. Hold on. Put the brakes. As we can see, we end up coming into this 15-minute fair value gap. I don't know why this is like that, but it should look like this, right? Let's see. Hold on. Nope. It should look like this. Okay. Boom. There we go. We come up into this 15-minute fair value gap on ES, and we had this 15-minute fair value gap on NASDAQ over here. Again, look at this chop. This looks like shit. But we could see NASDAQ inversed it. ES didn't. Okay. We could see that we ended up not inversing it. We come up into it. And then we react off of it. Okay. See? Cool. Awesome. We see it. Didn't end up getting it. So we could see, we'll get on to the 1-minute time frame. We end up coming up into that 15-minute fair value gap. I'm pretty sure we formed a 1-minute S&T also. Let's see real quick. See if we formed a 1-minute S&T. I'm pretty sure we ended up forming a 1-minute S&T off of that. NASDAQ came up and took out this high. Yeah, ES didn't. Look, 10:17 a.m. high. 10:17 a.m. Yeah, right here. Wait, no, we didn't take it. Okay, so we didn't form an SMT. All right, we didn't form an SMT. But we end up inversing this 1-minute bearish fair value gap. Again, we end up coming back down. I wanted to see a continuation confluence targeting these equal lows. We came to this 15-minute fair value gap. So again, I'm just waiting. I'm waiting. We see a bearish fair value gap form. We end up getting a retrace into this bearish fair value gap. I wanted to see us hit it. I didn't enter a trade yet. I mark out equilibrium also from this high to this low. We come into equilibrium. We get selling pressure out of that bearish candle closure. Boom. I enter the trade right there. 1 micro E-mini, targeting these equal lows down here, putting my stop loss above this fair value gap. Because again, I didn't want to put my stop loss up here. It would have been a negative risk to reward. I was comfortable with taking it here, putting my stop loss above this fair value gap because we got a big bearish candle closure. I liked the way it was looking. I wanted to see if we could just flush through, take out those equal lows, be done for the day, make a little bit of money. As you can see, we end up getting smacked. Okay, first trade L, lost $47 per account on this trade. Is what it is. Shoulda, coulda, woulda. Got faked out. Part of trading. Next trade. Let's go over to NASDAQ. Okay, so I should have been done for the day. Okay, and again, I thought we were going to probably just get another retrace and come back down on NASDAQ and take out these 5-minute and hourly lows, right? So zoom in here. So we could see we come back down on, all right, we come back into this 15-minute fair value gap. We want to make one more sweep. It looks like at these 5-minute highs. I thought we were going to continue lower here, okay? We didn't break structure on the 5-minute. I should have kept that in note, but we ended up forming a 5-minute bearish fair value gap on ES and on NASDAQ, okay? So we can see we came into, let's see, hold on, we're going to fast forward a little bit more. We end up coming back down. We form a 5-minute bearish fair value gap. I'm like, dude, if we react off this 5-minute bearish fair value gap, we're coming down lower. It looks like we want to come out and take out these equal lows now. This 4-hour draw on liquidity and London session lows are all the way down here. ES should come out and target them, right? We got hourly equal lows, but we also have this 5-minute hourly low. So I was comfortable just targeting this 5-minute and this hourly low, thinking that ES would take out this hour equal lows, this 4-hour draw, while NASDAQ takes out these hourly draw, okay? So again, I wait for price to retrace back into this 5-minute. If we get that, I'm going to be like, sweet, we could target these lows. Hopefully that happens, or if it wants to go without me, we're just done for the day, okay? So I'm watching my screen after I end the stream, and I should have just not taken it, but again, I saw it, okay? I did it. Should have, oh shit. Shoulda, coulda, woulda. But you can see, I just go down to the 1-minute time frame. We end up coming into this freaking 5-minute bearish fair value gap. I'm like, all right, sweet. This looks good, okay? We get a huge bearish candle out of it. I'm like, cool, I want to see a break of structure, fair value gap fill. Let's target those lows down below. It looks like ES is coming for these equal lows. We form that 1-minute bearish fair value gap. I mark out equilibrium also. What do we do also? We end up breaking structure to the downside on the 1-minute time frame. I'm like, sweet, can we get equilibrium fill, fair value gap fill, 2 confluences, get a bearish candle closure out of that? We'll target those lows. Look at this shit. Smack. Come on. It was there. I took the trade. I trusted it. It didn't happen. I targeted a 1 to 2 risk to reward. Break even would have been at this low. Wanted to see what would happen. Put my stop loss above this wick, so I was fine with risking 30 points on this trade. I went in 1 micro E-mini instead of 45 points. Put my stop loss above this wick. End up getting smoked. Okay? But overall, we could see we wanted to make one more retrace back to the upside up to here into this 15-minute gap again, and then we end up dumping down, taking out these 4-hour lows, and we actually ended up coming down, taking out that 5-minute low on NASDAQ. So overall, bias was correct for the day, but the market was just complete duty dog water, and that's part of trading. I should have noticed to stay out of today's market because we were trading in a range, but that's part of trading. So again, I'm just focusing on slow and consistent growth. I said I was going to take my time and be picky with the trades for December. We could see we're ended up break even on the week. We're still up 5.28K. We're up $22,567 in the past like 5 months or something like that. Again, that's not a lot of money, but I'm not focusing on the big flashy wins and stuff like that. I'm focusing on slow and consistent growth. And if you do the math, which some people you don't do, we ended up losing $116 per account. That we have a $2,500 trailing drawdown, and we're almost past that. But again, if you do the math percentage-wise based off of that, that's still 4.6% off of one trade. People try and make that in a month. Imagine if you had a $500,000 account and you're trying to make 4.6%. That's like 20-something thousand dollars in one trade you're risking to make maybe 40K, right? Like, again, you guys don't put in perspective on the slow and steady growth part, and you're such in a rush to get that payout. You're such in a rush to get those big flashy wins instead of just focusing on slow and consistent growth, building your capital, building your accounts, and slowly sizing up over time and compounding that account to getting to that spot one day where you can start making money like that. Again, you're just such in a rush to get past these points instead of like consistently focusing on small, long-term growth and trying to become a better trader. And that's what I've been doing with my accounts lately. We built up to 20 accounts. You can see this little graph thingy over here. how we started with 3 accounts and then we ended up building to 20 by December. And again, we were in drawdown at first, and it's just, again, slow and steady growth. It's up, up, down, up, down, up, down. This is how I feel like it should look. It's not going to just be one line just consistently up. Again, you're going to have days you lose. You're going to have losing months, losing weeks, and it's just part of trading, losing days. And again, it's just part of trading, but you got to find your system that works best for you. And again, just based off of risk management, psychology, and how you trade best. And I just think we're doing overall the right thing right now, just focusing on slow and consistent growth, doing the right things, and getting to where we need to be. So again, 2 trades lost today. It says 40 trades. That means 2 trades because I have 20 accounts for the people out there who are going to hate. But $47 per account lost on the first trade, $69 lost on the second trade. We ended up losing yesterday's profit. We're minus $4 on the week. So again, basically break even. We'll see what tomorrow presents. I'm probably not going to trade the last 2 weeks. Probably not going to even trade tomorrow, but we'll see what the market presents. But the 18th, I'll be traveling, not trading. And then the rest of December, I'll be paper trading and not putting my accounts at risk, and just ending it on a good note and setting up the lob for 2026 to just see what we can do on these accounts. And I'm excited to see where we get by the end of next year on where we could build these accounts to, and seeing how, I don't know, see how far we can get. Again, we're just here to post the real truth and real reality of our journey. I believe we're going to get to where we want to be on social media and in our trading journey. Right now, I might be not showing big flashy profits. You guys might not think it's a lot, but again, I feel like I'm doing the right thing based off of my risk management system and percentage wise off these accounts until I get past the trailing drawdown, which we're very close to on our highest accounts. I think they're at like 51,700. And now our lowest accounts, which I literally keep on my Tradeovate chart when I see, because I don't want to focus on my accounts at all. I never really even look at them. I'm just focusing on the slow growth. But again, I think my smallest accounts that we activated about 2 weeks ago or something like that, they're already at like 50,500. And again, they're all different, but that shouldn't matter at the end of the day. I don't even focus on that. I just want to get my accounts to like 55,000 before I even request a payout first. And again, it's going to be a minimum payout, like $500 per account. And I'm going to keep doing that over time while I let those accounts grow. And just, again, just keep securing 10K a month, 10K a month. Then it'll turn to 20K a month, 20K a month, 30K a month, 30K a month, 40K a month. And I'll prove that over time. And again, it's just going to take time. Patience, consistency, and doing the right things, following your rules, following your system, following your risk management will get you where you need to be over time. And I'm going to prove that over time. And again, we'll get into a spot where we're freaking making 2% a trade on a $3 million account. And it's going to be like freaking, I don't even know what that is, but it's a lot of money. Okay. So again, we'll see where we get. We're going to keep doing the right things, slowly growing, compounding our capital. And yeah, hope you guys enjoy the journey, enjoy these videos. I wasn't going to post this video back again, but I just think you guys deserve that, because in the other one, you couldn't hear me. You could read my lips maybe, but we're going to get it posted. Okay, peace out. Have a great night. We'll see the people in the live tomorrow. And again, good December so far. Good past 6 months or 5.5 months or 4 months, whatever it's been. But again, we have a 99% consistency score. Goodbye.